they give them to you too, right? Like like that is definitely why would you care? Like what why would you be that kind of person who's like, no, you can't have these? Um I do composting. So uh the city here, Philly, has a couple different programs that are compost. So I have a bucket that I fill throughout the week, and then they pick it up on Sunday night. Speaking of the bucket, I don't have it out right now, uh, but I need it, and I'll get it in just a moment. I'm just trying to get through. These potatoes are going to be get these in, get these salted. Betty, meal redemption. Just kidding. Um, those are happy, well-fed hens. Yeah, Betty, they're definitely the eggs that I get. The eggs that I get, so like these are my market eggs, right? And you can see, maybe you can't see, but they are very different sizes. They're different colors. They're great. Sometimes they have stuff on them. Like I'll open it up and there's like hay in here. I'm like, all right. Uh, but they're great. They're ungraded. So who knows what, whatever. Who knows what grade they are, but also like who cares? Who am I thinking? I don't know. It's a bumblebee mystery. Let me get these potatoes in. How long should I boil these for? Let's start with like 10 minutes. No. Water's hot. Hello. Start with a little less than that. We did my reduction. Fair enough. How can anybody keep track of any of that? I do meal redemptions. I do meal redemptions for myself. I'm, I've been craving quiche lately. And I was going to use the actual, actually going to put those potatoes in for 10 minutes. I was craving quiche. I went to get the shells that I had, the Marie Callender like pre-made shells out of the freezer, and I realized this morning I didn't have any, so making this going to make the dough because it's easy. Um, and I have a really easy recipe that I've used like a million times, not a million, uh, less. Speaking of compost, so this is the bucket, Bennett compost bucket. Um, quiche is amazing. Quiche is for me a uh, a vehicle for leftovers. Really, like I've got some. Usually, when I make quiche, it's like a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon or something, and I'm like, okay, I got a bunch of stuff in here. I got like 2 ears of corn left, and like you know, a few pieces of something, maybe some leftover chicken from the week. Quiche, and I usually have pie shells on hand, but I didn't today because I think what did I use them for? I probably made quiche in them last time, to be honest. I probably used them for quiche and then just never got new ones, um, which is fine. Sometimes it's nice to make your own pie shells just to remind yourself why you buy the Marie Callender ones in the first place. I'm not knocking it. I'm not, how do I put it? I'm a willing but not enthusiastic baker. And you always make two quiches because making one is not reasonable. You'd have to have like I always have enough leftovers that I need to make two quiches. And functionally, almost always the pie shells come in 2 packs of 2. So, yeah. I am doing things a little out of order. Yes, so convenient. God, God, are they convenient? They're, uh, yeah. And I keep saying Marie Callender's. There's many different kinds, but that one is the one that I actually kind of like. It's the deepest. It has like it's like a deep dish pie shell. And yeah, I also love the pie shells, the pre-made ones, because when I make them myself, they always end up with soggy bottoms, which is just about the worst thing. Um, the slow cooker frittata. How long do you have to wait? That sounds great. I've never cooked. Yes, that would be so good. Oh man, leftover leftover Chinese food is just so good at anything. Like for real, for real. Okay. I'll do pie crust, but it's easier to buy it. Yeah, it definitely is. I'm hung up on this frittata idea in a slow cooker. I've made eggs in the instant pot, but I've never made eggs in like that in a slow cooker. That's fascinating. Kenora, what do you put? What kind of Chinese food do you put in a frittata? What's all y'all's favorite Chinese food? Like, do you get the Americanized like chicken wing, like three or four little white boxes of like deep fried something with some rice on the side? Uh, I feel like I'll order food, like I'll order Chinese food, like Szechuan food, but when I'm ordering the boxes of things, like the deep fried things, I almost always just call that like American Chinese because uh, feels very Americanized to me. Uh, Whatever's left over, sometimes it's rice and pork. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That sounds really good. I'm imagining a I'm imagining that like the chow mein that like you might crisp up the noodles a little bit and leave them as like that flat layer on the bottom. So it's almost like a spaghetti pie crust type of thing. There's a bar in Philly that does a spaghetti sandwich and they do two pieces of bread with like a crispy spaghetti patty in the middle. It's so good. Pork lo mein and clay pot chicken, Chinese sausage are my go-tos. Yes, pork lo mein. Uh, Gwen really likes the sausage meals. I go for like the dry fry. I almost always get tofu, and I'm not a vegetarian. I just the place that we get um like Szechuan food from does tofu really well, so I really like that. And I don't cook with tofu that often, so it's not in my like uh when I cook with tofu, I don't do it very well. So okay, these need some salt and pepper before I forget, or else they'll be uh bland. Yes, you do. Welcome. Come to Philly. If you ever make it out this way, please tell me. Even if I'm not around, I would be. And this goes for literally anyone. I'm like, my favorite thing is when people come visit like the city I live in, and I am so happy to give people recommendations. I saw the ice cream posse tweeted something about doing like lives and like more IRL things, and I tweeted back at Adam and was like, "Come to Philly, like we'll do an ice cream crawl." And I was like dead serious because damn, there's some good ice cream here. Yeah, Philly's great. I think Philly, from a food perspective, is you know, this is oh, my friends in Philly will pillory me for this, but like obviously it's not as big as New York, which is only a train ride away, but it's great. I I you can only go to one restaurant at a time, and there's plenty of good ones. I mean, you can go to several in an evening, but yes, Betty, an ice cream crawl. I've done in the past not fried egg. Um, they're hard boiled. You whip it up. Deviled egg. I did a deviled egg crawl one time. Um, it was really satisfying, but later in the evening, it was I was like in some distress. I'm not gonna lie. Why would I lie about that? That'd be a weird. That'd be a very strange thing to lie about. Why do I say that anyway? Not gonna lie. Um, Cooking streamers have been getting smarter. I have heard that. I think Philadelphia is a large enough designation for me that Yes, I feel comfortable saying like Philadelphia. Um, but understood. I appreciate that. I think people are mean, and I think that there is yeah, I feel like you can take all the precautions in the world. And I don't know. I feel like saying Philadelphia is a reasonable like boundary thing. There's a 30-second ad starting. If you are curious about ads on this channel, exclamation point ads in the chat. Uh, but it's 30 seconds. We'll see you soon. Um, Most people probably go to a few bad apples straight up for the rest of this. Yeah, I mean, it's always the case. Some people don't like to see people have fun. Some people just like to be antagonistic, and they're going to be antagonistic. You know, I think that's how it is. I take, I would say, reasonable precautions. It's hard not to mention, like, my city. I'm a city person, so it is, it would be exceedingly difficult for me not to have, like, Philadelphia as an identity marker, I think. Okay, I'm next going to roll out the pie crust and par bake it because, um, the potatoes are on their way. The corn is cut. The peas are in the peas are in the freezer. Um, they're frozen, so they're fine. The cheddar, I need to shred the cheddar and prep herbs, but I want to get the pie crust baking because I feel like it'll take longer than I want it to, because it always does. So let's do that, and then we'll return to our regularly scheduled cutting boarding. Thank you for the look, fellas. Enjoy the early part of the late afternoon. Enjoy the late afternoon. Okay, so this pie crust recipe that I have is a really straightforward one. It is from Melissa Clark. I think it's on the New York Times website. Um, I forget what I'm supposed to par bake at, so we're going to use uh, one of my other favorite books, How to Cook Everything. I mentioned this on stream the other night from Mark Bittman, and I got this at a yard sale like years and years ago. 425. Okay, so 425 for 12 minutes with some weight on it. Okay, easy. Easy. Famous, more recent words. Easy's not. When is anything ever actually easy? Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of. Um, Let me check these potatoes because the timer went off, and I need a fork for that, not a spoon. Big fork. Okay. Um, potatoes are Potatoes need about another 5 minutes or so. I want the potatoes to be soft but not like falling apart, and then I'm going to take them out and put them in my huge cast iron pan for a little bit to get some color to them, and then it'll be fully cooked. The quiche, it should be fully cooked, or all the stuff in the quiche except the eggs should be cooked before it goes in the quiche. Kanara, enjoy your research. That's so satisfying. Research time's the best time. I hope it's something fun and not like how to refinance your home, which could be fun, I guess, depending on what you want to do with money. Anyway, enjoy your work. Thank you. Thanks for saying hi. Um, grease these guys a little bit and food related. Okay. Then at least it's passively enjoyable and not, yeah, enjoy. That sounds fun. I am. I hope these pie crusts. This just should be ready. Um, it should be ready. I made these. I made these at a little afternoon today. Um, so I probably am going to end up with a bunch of extra pie crust here, um, which is okay. If I end up with extra pie crust, what should I do with it? I think I'm going to put it in the oven on a sheet pan and just roll it flat and sprinkle some cinnamon and sugar on it. And that will be a nice little treat for myself later. That's what I'll do with it. Because I'm not going to make anything else today. We've got a lot happening this weekend. So today's probably the last I'll be cooking. I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit of grilling tomorrow. Maybe. But I don't know how y'all feel. I don't really, maybe this is sacrilege. I don't see grilling like as cooking per se because there's like a lot of prep and then it's sort of like on the grill and it's off and done. Um, it's not exactly what I like when I say it's not cooking. I don't mean that. I mean like all the dishes happen ahead of time, at least for me. And then it's just kind of fun. You hang out, you throw some stuff on the grill. It's not the same thing as cooking in the kitchen, like with everything, going. I don't know. Maybe there's like several barbecue people out there who are like, excuse me, and like, heard. I get it, guys. Guys and gals and non-binary pals. I get it. Okay. So with these pie shells, I don't have pie weights. So I feel like trying to remember what I used last time I made. I needed to do pie shells. I think I have some beans in there. And I want to par bake these because the bottom of my pie shells is like soggy every single time. And I don't know why exactly, but I know that if I don't par bake them, I'm guaranteed to have a soggy bottom pie shell. Um, and it's only quiche. I need a bigger dish drying rack. Yeah, it's helpful as long as you have a bigger sink to go along with it. I was thinking the other day how I one of the kitchens that I've had some work in. I miss doing dishes. Ooh, paint the bottom. Some egg white. Okay. Oh, egg white inside on the in. Wait, Betty, I'm asking for advice now. Hear me. Are you saying that I should par bake till it's golden, bring it out of the oven, and then coat the bottom with egg white? Or are you suggesting that I coat the bottom with egg white and then par bake it? I am willing to try either one. But what order of operations are you suggesting? Just so I'm clear. I don't want to miss. Um, yes, the dishwashing tank. Okay, so but you're suggesting that I do the bake first, then paint. Got it. I will try. Thank you. Yeah, those I loved like the pot sink and the like the spray, just like the spray sink where you're just like grooving, like spray, next, like so satisfying, immensely satisfying. Paint it with egg white once cooled. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna par bake it, and then Um, yeah, I'm gonna par bake it, and then I will throw it in the freezer for a little bit so that it like drops down in temp. Because I want to par bake it, and then like I'm using it right away. So I also want to. I usually end up making it a little too thin, I think. So we're gonna try to keep it at a like thick-ish, and make sure it gets all the way baked. Lemon, welcome back. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I mean, I love that your name in chat is yellow. It's so it like when it pops up, it's like vibrant. Also, it matches like your name. I assume that's intentional. um, I assume that's intentional, but maybe not. Maybe it's just circumstantial and an awesome choice. 30-second ad starting. Nope, you're gone. 30-second ad is happening right now. Potatoes are. How are we here? Whoa, I don't have a cutting board. Um, okay, potatoes are good. I'm going to turn these off and drain these before I do the next thing. I forgot to salt the potato one. That's annoying. Okay. This guy can move over. This pan can. Oh, olive oil's going everywhere. Shit. Okay, got it. I got it. It's under control. It's under control. Nothing, Cal. Nothing. Nothing's going wrong. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's yellow. It's yellow for lemon. Good. Assumed it was intentional. How could it not be? Your laptop crashed. Excellent. Sorry to hear. Sorry to hear. Did you guys, Taffy? I know you watched. I knew you were watching Roundtable Gang last night. I saw you chatting. I watched the VOD afterward. I was not watching live. Um, I thought it was really nice. I saw Widget on Roundtable Gang last night. It was nice to see him on there. Lemon, I know that you know him as well, which is why I brought that up. That was cool. It was a fun little conversation. I enjoyed. Excuse me. I enjoyed watching that. All right, let's get this. Let's get this in here. I did not. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. No. I feel like my dough is extremely sticky. So I'm gonna just get this in here and we'll figure it out. Yeah, it was really fun. I like stuff like that. I think it's nice to see I think it's nice to see people who are like all individual streamers doing anything like that together. It's really fun when there's like collabs, and I'm sure it's a lot of work to set up. A lot of work to set up. I appreciate all of those folks for their time doing that. Okay, going to get this. This feels like it's in. Feels like it's pretty even around the bottom. Pinky, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Um, okay. When am I going to do now? Okay. No idea. That's not in my my sphere of consideration at the moment. Uh, I can barely respond to my parents when they text me, so I I'm thankful from a streaming perspective. I'm really thankful to have carved out like some specific space during times that I'm already cooking. Like I don't want to say that it's no extra effort to stream, but the level of extra effort that it would take for me to do a stream other than food and drink, other than like what I'm doing currently, would be a lot. Um, yeah, Pinky. I was watching. It was fun though. No, no one's asked me either. So how about that? And that wasn't a dig. Um, But I liked watching it. It was really fun. I watched it last night, I think, after everybody in my house kind of like went off to their corners. I was also hanging out. I actually got to like sit on the computer last night for a little while, which was like really random for me, which was nice. I'm usually not in that mode after dinner. I'm like, yeah, it's like TV time. I did watch Big Brother last night. Um, Pinky, you were asking about channel points the other day. I did go and look. I did go and look. There's no way to change those. I know. I believe that there were points though for like there's different levels of points. You earn points for like chatting or for like clicking a little button. You earn points for I don't know, like multipliers for subscriber tiers, etc. But there's no way to change the actual like point allocation of Twitch's internal channel point system. All that is to say, I looked for you. I looked because you had mentioned it and saw not the inability to make meaningful changes there. Yeah, and I that is the other thing. There's no way to like see. I don't know. I actually don't know who has what channel points. There's no way to see that. I can't see anyone's individual channel points. I can see individual points through like the Streamlabs loyalty thing, but that's very different. Okay, so I am just coating this with a little butter, and I'm going to lay this flat on the inside of the pie crust to par bake it, and then I'm going to throw whatever beans or chickpeas or rice or whatever's in there that has any kind of weight to it. I'm going to throw those on top. I think I used to do. I did pennies at one point. 320. No, what do I want the oven at? 425. It's at 350. Okay, 425 for about 12 minutes was what it said. So we will go with that. Um, hey, it's Meal Prep. Welcome back. Welcome in. Hello. Hello. We're making quiche tonight. I'm attempting a pie crust here. This crust was very soft. So I'm hoping this bakes up okay. Thinking, yeah, of course, I'm happy to check. I just like stuff like that. Stuff like that is worth checking in for me anyway, because I would like to know, you know? Yes. All right, what do we got in here? Red beans. Let's throw some red beans in this one. Whoa, that's a lot of red beans. All right, perfect. That's fine now. I'm gonna par bake this one. A Twitch glitch. That's fun to say. Fun to say and annoying to deal with. Okay, pie crust number one in the oven. All right. Well that's rolling. Throw pie crust number two in there. Um, and I've got this leftover dough, so I'll use that. I'm going to lay that out flat on a sheet pan. Cinnamon, sugar, a little butter on there. Be a nice little snack. A nice little snack. And this pie crust is like so easy to make. It is. You just need the time. You need to make it like a little bit ahead so that it has time to cool off in the fridge. Man, I am like looking. My counter is like it's such a disaster. There's literally stuff everywhere. There's no surface to use here. I need to flour this a little bit more because the first one stuck a bunch. And I think that the dough itself was a little wet. I think I put a little too much water in it. Um, Twitch has been extra glitchy lately. Yes. I haven't, I guess I haven't noticed that particularly, but like, I don't know. Specifically on channel points, I haven't noticed it, but I haven't actually been paying attention. I rarely redeem channel points for anything. I forget that they exist. There's a 30-second ad starting momentarily, so if you are not a subscriber or a Twitch Turbo subscriber, you're going to see a 30-second targeted vignette of a thing that you could spend money on. Love that one. I just forget. Like I forget forget um, channel point stuff exists sometimes. Do any of you guys feel? I feel weird. Okay, this is a little about me. And there are like channel points for there are channel points here that I'm like, hey, tell a joke or do something, like do a thing, right? This is like totally personally, I feel very strange redeeming a channel point to have somebody do something like physically. It's I don't know, and I don't know why. Like I don't know why. Like it's there. It's part of Twitch. Like it's part of the thing. It's like the streamer put it there, right? Like they're willing to do the thing. And yet for me, I feel very strange. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna click this button and they're gonna do this silly thing. It feels a bit like Dance Monkey to me, but I, I don't like I'm not being negative about it. It's just like a very personal feeling. I'm like, I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, yeah, fellas, that is like, yes, like objectively, I know that, right? Like, that if I know if they have, a costume right over there that they're willing to like put on and have done so before, like, it's not going to be a thing. They're not internalizing it in the same way I am. I can tell you for myself that that's probably not something that I am interested in like doing. Just because it's not part of my like mentality, my personal makeup. I don't know. I've never been an actor. I've always said I don't want to be an actor, but I'm happy going on stage and talking, if that makes sense. You want me to talk to a group of people for 20 minutes about whatever? Fine, I'm happy to do that. Um, Making her talking to Julia Child is one of the high points of my day. I saw that the other day, and it was so fun. Like it was so fun it is fun to watch that, right? So like I know that that is fine, right? And like I just it's a weird hang up for me. It's just and it's not a hang up, but it's just I don't know. I also I don't know. I kind of I kind of just like saving points. I'm a hoarder, and I think I hoard. I think I've started to hoard my channel points. Maybe that's a bad thing. I'm not actually a hoarder. I do like I'm like a crow. I like collecting things. Where's my other? I never set a timer for that pie crust that I put in the oven. Okay, I'm just going to assume that this one took me about 8 or 9 minutes so far, and I'm going to put 4 minutes on the clock. Okay. Um, I'm personally horrible at saving points. To each their own, Taffy. I yeah, I feel like I think the most my nose is itchy, but I don't want to touch it with my hands, so I don't want to wash my hands right now. I think the most channel points I have saved up on someone's channel is like 40,000 at this point. Uh, and that's not even their like that's not their highest tier either. They have a reward that's more than that. So I'm like, maybe I'll use one of those at some point. I'm sure some of y'all have way more than 40 on some channels. Um, but yeah, I think channel points are an interesting give and take. Dear God, 40K can't even imagine. You know, I do there's some channels that I lurk on during the day, like daytime. The folks that stream during the day. I have a good amount of channel points on. Folks that stream later in the evening, I have less because I'm less inclined to, I'm just not as much at my computer. But the daytime streams, I definitely am lurking in a lot. Okay, this pie crust turned out a little more pliable. Pliable? Oh, I messed it up. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna pop this one in the oven, and the other one should be done shortly thereafter. I like this is my preferred pie dish, so I'm did this one second because I thought the crust would turn out better, and it did. It depends upon the channel. Meal redemption was 30K. Yeah, I saw that some folks have the 100K VIP, get a VIP thing. Um, yeah, which is kind of cool. Whoa, 100K? Damn, yo, that's a lot of points. 100K. You're gonna redeem that and just be like, watch this. Now, question: would you spend that all on something? Oh my god, 300K! This is so much. Wow, man, 300K limit. That's a lot. But to be fair, you have also been on active on Twitch for like longer. So I like literally discovered watching Twitch in um, March of this year. So I didn't discover it; it existed before. Twitch was introduced to me by my partner as a thing that I would enjoy because, like, hey, look, people are cooking on here, and I was like, excuse me. Let me take a look at this. What do you like? Let me take a look at this here. Um, Taffy, enjoy that, enjoy that. Um, yeah, I just wasn't, I mean, you've been on for a while, and if that same streamer was on back in 2018, then like it makes sense. Yeah, I don't. I think I started watching it in March, and then started like Gwen told me like, hey, you should try to like do this thing, Um, basically she was like, you should try to stream because when you're cooking dinner, you're always like, hey, come sit at the counter and talk to me. And I'm like, I just spent an entire day at work talking to people. I don't want to do that. So that was actually my motivation. This is like the where the laptop and where chat literally sits is like where people would be sitting if I had guests over. And the actual camera that's right there is like human eye level of like a person who might be there. Uh, Little mental hack for me. She outsourced your needs to us. Yes, she did. She has been an enthusiastic supporter of me getting my needs met in ways that are not that don't cause her to like also have to make effort. uh, and that is certainly one of them. Because I'm always like, hey, come sit at the counter and talk to me. Talk to me. I want company, and like, it wasn't Gwen, but then it was like Calvin. And I was like, hey, why don't you like come do your homework at the counter with me? And he's like, nah, trying to play video games, Dad. Like, leave me alone. So, um, yeah, she was like, I think that you would enjoy this. And and then she was like, don't do the thing where you hyper focus on it and then like get get so into it and get burnt out and all that. Because I also like as soon as she was like gave me sort of permission, I was like, okay, let me like figure this out. Let me like see what's up here. There's a 30-second ad starting momentarily. It's 30 seconds. You'll be back afterward. Um, Lemon, Gwen is wise. She is a wise human. And I am thankful for her as a partner for encouraging things like that. And I had a little bit of background because she was setting up her stream earlier this spring, and I like already sort of had some familiarity with like OBS and like I'd done a bunch of research for her for cameras and stuff like that. So I had like a little bit of back footing to start with, which was helpful. I'm poking holes in the shell here. I forgot to poke them in the first one. Ooh, I also forgot to set the timer. So like this first one may be a disaster. We'll see. We'll see. I hope not. If it is, it doesn't matter. What it doesn't. It literally doesn't matter. Oh God. I said at the very beginning of the stream, I'm in a great mood. I'm still in a great mood. And I also was like, this is going to take me forever. And now I'm like putting pie shells in the oven to bake. Then they need to cool. Then they need to get filled with quiche. Then they need to bake. So I'm feeling like behind, but uh, I'm feeling in the weeds. That's what I'm feeling. But um, it's fine. Gwen is out tonight, and it's just Cal and I. So there's no incentive for me to like hurry up here. Let me get this other pie shell out. Mini quiches in a large muffin pan. Very good choice. Oh, I totally could have done that too. I still could do that with all this leftover dough. That's a really good idea. They cook and cool faster. Yeah, they do. I've actually never made the mini ones. Um, I've only ever made them in the like pans, like pie pans. But I would definitely make mini ones. I'm gonna put a tag in that for next time because I will make quiche again. I make quiche with the same frequency that I make pesto, if that's any indication. Okay, so this pie pan is going to get rice in it instead of beans. So we're doing a rice and beans dinner, but we're only putting the rice and beans in the oven, and then not actually eating them. Okay. I love using like the dried food because they had to do quiche live in 90 minutes. Okay. I I think I caught some of that stream. That was like a big metal muffin pan, right? Like the enormous metal. Like it looked huge. Is that right? No. Who am I? It wasn't your stream. I remember who I'm thinking of. Um, yes. Okay. This guy goes in, and this guy comes out. Take a look at this. Okay, I'm going to give this a little bit extra time in here because it is not looking what I would call golden brown just yet. But that's fine. So I'm going to put 12 minutes. No, I'm going to put 15 minutes on this timer, and then I'm going to put 3 minutes on the other one, and that'll be 15 minutes each. 3 minutes. Start. Okay. I'm going to get the other one out when the 3 goes off, get the second one out when the 15 goes off, and Now I'm going to put this on a sheet pan, flatten it, and put some cinnamon and sugar on it. A normal size off the pan, but it's 6 rather than 12. Okay, so it's like a bigger well, but same oven space. That's cool. I feel like that would be super useful in general. Um, I feel like that would be really useful just in like for other stuff, not quiche. Got a $25 gift card. All right, now that's nice. Were you trying? Were you trying to win a gift card, or were you just like pleasantly surprised? I would take a surprise like that. Was it a $25 gift card that you want, or was it a $25 gift card for a super specific website? Was it like you won $25 to the Christmas tree shop? I would take that. They have a lot of good like little stuff. A new game that I played. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. All right. Good job. That's exciting. I'm not going to say no to free gift cards. For real. Okay. So this is just the leftover pie crust dough. And this should puff up into something like really nice. I usually do this with the leftover dough. This is not a new idea. I came here to shop for Christmas trees and you don't have any, right? What kind of weird business decision was that for someone to be like, yeah, we'll call it the Christmas tree shop and it'll be year round. Someone in that room was probably like, okay. I have to believe. All right. I'm just going to dot this guy with some butter. This butter will now be the tray buttering butter because it has been fully touched and messed with. That is false advertising. Wait, do they have fake ones though? Do anyone have a fake Christmas tree? I do. It's great. Let me get the cinnamon and sugar real quick. So I can tell you that these like little leftover dough situations happen pretty frequently because I have a thing of cinnamon and sugar that was from last time. Yeah, $20. That's right. That's right. I still have lights up in my house that I put up for Christmas and was like, those look nice. They can stay. Also, kind of lazy. Not lazy. I just, have different priorities. Okay. So this is good. Um, yeah. Yeah. The inventory, because they're like, it's taking up room in the stock room. And they'll get more next year. That's the thing. Okay. Recalibrate. I'm done with the dough mat. I need to put the potatoes in the pans. So let's get these in this pan. Okay. Potatoes in oil in the pan. That pan is already hot. That was like pretty ripping hot just now. These should not take very long. Yeah, what's up? What's I'm sorry, say that again? What's Fall Guys? It's a new game. I downloaded it on the Switch. Will you like it? Probably. I don't. I would assume so. I saw people playing it on the internet, and it looked kind of fun. You're gonna play? Go ahead. You can play. However, I am not in a position to help you navigate how to play that game right now. Okay. So if it's hard for you to figure out what to do, you're going to need to choose something else to play, and I can help you with it later. Understood? But yes, do you want, or you can just struggle through. That is also correct. But do you understand that I'm not in a position to help you? Okay. Fall Guys is free on most platforms. Yes, Betty, probably. The skins, yeah, that would be great. I downloaded it last night. I was like randomly looking in the app, whatever apps were. There's a 30-second ad starting momentarily, so if you're not a subscriber, you're going to see a 30-second ad. Yeah, I downloaded it because I was looking for a statue or something to stir these fans. Billy Maduro, what's good? What's good with you? Planting Gather. Thank you for the rate. Let me. I was saying about the game. I was looking for Just Dance. Fall Guys was free. A date night in. I'm well. How are you? Hatebots, welcome back. Plant and Gather. I love that name. I love plants. I love gathering. I love doing all of that at the same time. Happy, excellent redemption. Good time. Good timing. And I am first time here. I heard it's a good vibe. Thank you. It is. I also have a room full of plants. For your information. And I'm a big plant fan. So you are extremely welcomed here. Okay. Perfect, Kathy. Let me recalibrate, and then I will get to sharing some ink here, which may be of interest to plant folks, as almost all my tattoos come from some plant. Oven. I need to get this out of the oven. I've got 3 things happening right now, so I'm trying to keep all of them in front of me. Okay. This pie crust looks good. Let's take a look. At this. Something nice for the newbies. For sure. Okay, let's take a look here. This is brown on top, but it has not gotten solid on the bottom. What I'm going to do is take the beans out of here and give this a few minutes in the oven on its own without the topping in here, because I think when you par bake something, you're supposed to then remove the weights and put it back in for a little bit. So, Betty, I'll be with you in the egg wash in a few minutes here. So I'm going to put this back in just for a little bit and hope that this gets a little bit browner than it was. I also didn't poke holes in that one. So that may have had something to do with the bottom of it being a little bit soft. So let's give that another couple minutes here. Stir, and then we can show some textures. So, stir potatoes. Potatoes need to go up way higher in heat than they are. And I'm going to put that dough in while I am cooking the quiche. So, come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Okay. How do I do this? I forget how I did this last time. That's probably good, right? Let's see if that camera angle looks appropriate for showing off some tattoos. Okay, so this is, here I am. Hold on. Oh, you can see the gross stuff on my shirt. Okay, so hello. Um, I got Tappy has redeemed one of my channel point redemptions, which is a tattoo form. And so I will show you the actual, like, I'm going to get close up here and show you a couple of the things that are hanging out here. So to start, all of this is one style. It's called stippling, which is essentially like many little tiny dots in a row. And you can see that pretty clearly on something like this tomato, where there is a lot of little, um, these little tiny dots in here. And eventually, as this tattoo ages, these dots will sort of expand and blend together, and it'll look shaded instead of just darkened, or instead of like dotted. But if we look at, let's start from the top. So we have some carrots, sweet potato, a little garlic up here, some basil, carrot tops, obviously, parsley, another, oh, forward, there we go, some garlic, more garlic. I love garlic, obviously love garlic. A little onion here. Come on. There we go. A little bit of onion on the inside. On the back side, I've got a beet on the elbow. So a little bit of beet here. Corn. So lots of a big old corn kind of on the back side of the elbow. Well, let me get this out of the oven here, and we'll see. Lord Bellis, so see, I can do a cooking stream because I only have 2 hidden tattoos and not a full sleeve like everyone else. Yes, I my motivating factor, pie crust. So this looks a little better. Um, Motivating factor was to get something in a style that I like, and a subject matter that I will not tire of. So I will be eating vegetables for the rest of my life, and I figured that that was probably appropriate. So on the back, got kind of this like line. We've got some peas here, asparagus, a little bit of um, like green onion or chive, Brussels sprouts for sure. Yeah, Brussels sprouts, carrot, some string beans, shallot on the inside. So these shallots here. This arugula leaf is actually, I think, my favorite piece on the whole thing. Because this was an afterthought. The artist was just like, there's a gap here. I'd like to just freehand an arugula in there. And I was like, sounds great. And I love it. And then what else? Yeah, some in the inside here, I've got tomato, some more Brussels sprouts. And then on the back side, more tomatoes. This guy is kind of fun. I like this one because it's more like a top down. Sweet potatoes, some more shallots in the back here. And then on the inside, there's a little bit of rosemary and some more Brussels. And then the other arm is significantly less exciting. This is an old tattoo that is a white oak, just like zooming in or out depending on how you look at it. And that white oak was the first. I got that tattoo first. That was like the first one. So that is, and these are some potatoes. So that is a tattoo tour courtesy of Taffy. Thank you, Taffy. If anyone has questions, I'm happy to answer questions about tattoos. The The one that hurt the most was right in my armpit. It was a tomato. Um, that is it. That is all for the tattoos. Um, every cookie streamer has a full arm sleeve. That is, yeah, yeah. There are. I'm going down. I'm going down the list of like, yeah, you're not wrong. It's not a prerequisite though. I wouldn't imagine. The tattoos just mean that I had some disposable income at one point in my life that I disposed of. Okay, this is also coming along. So what I'm going to do with this one is the same as the last one. I'm just going to take the weight, the filler out, and pop that back in the oven for a few minutes to solidify the inside of the crust here. How long did I put that last one in for? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Um, I love that I'm just like going to pour this rice back in here. I have to remember I gotta leave the lid off of this for like a lot longer because the last time I did this and I used rice. I remember I put the lid on too soon and it kind of got wet and steamy on the inside, and that turned out poorly. Like weeks later when I went to make rice, it was like gross. Okay, so we pop this guy back in, and then we'll give these potatoes a stir, and the potatoes are coming along pretty well. They're crispy. They look nice. I need to get my counter slightly cleared off here. I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot happening on the counter. So two things that I need to do for these quiches. I want to grate some cheese, cut up some herbs. Um, the eggs are out; they're ready to go, and my shells are par baked. I will put a um, an egg wash on the inside of this, though. That is question. That egg wash we were discussing earlier, is that an egg white wash or is that the whole egg? Assuming whole egg. It's never not whole egg, right? It's just like one egg. Um, so I'm gonna make that assumption and go ahead and just do that now. Um, the other pie crust is in there: corn, potatoes, onions. Peas are still in the freezer. Just the whites. Oh no! Can I use the yolk too? um, because I just mixed it up. That's fine. I have like a million eggs, so we'll just do the whites. We'll just do the whites, and we'll make a little scrambled egg for dinner. We'll scramble the egg that's already scrambled after dinner. Okay. Just, just the whites. Got it. You can go in the scramble because the yolk is good too. Okay. Okay. Getting there. I don't think these quiches should not take like a full hour to cook. Everything's at room temperature, and some of the stuff is going to actually be legitimately warm when it goes in. So I think we should be good on timing here. Just the whites, beat it real good for the whites. Heard. Will do. Will do. Move. This is like countertop Jenga. Jay, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Do you prefer Linjay on the chat? What is going into today's quiche? Today's quiche exclamation point menu will have, thank you, Taffy, um, potatoes. So I'm making some potatoes on the stove. It will have onions, corn, peas, and cheddar cheese. That's what's going into there. And then some herbs and such. No meat. No meat. No meat today. The eggs are Linjay, Troy. Fair enough. I am not putting meat in here today because I didn't have any like ready to go. It didn't feel necessary to put it in. Yeah, today's been this week. This week has been a relatively meat free week for me. I'll remember to use menu next time. Yeah, no worries. I'm also like trying to get used to like saying stuff like that. Um, but I'm always happy to just answer the question. I do think we were talking about like streaming and etiquette and all that earlier. I get annoyed when someone says like, "Oh, like they don't answer the question, just like tell you to put menu in." And I get that, but like I kind of want to hear the person say the thing. Like I want to hear what they're making. Are they excited about it? Does it sound boring? Like sell it to me. What are the specials? This this pie crust got like an enormous bubble on the inside of it, or on the center. Yeah, the center of it popped up a lot. So I'm kind of like trying to press it down here. That's why you put the weights on it. Duh. Anyway, let's shuffle these to the side. That will collapse on its own. I am going to wait for a few minutes here to do that egg wash, but I will do it. It is in my head to do. I'm definitely going to do it. Thanks, K-Pots. Yeah, if you want to know all the commands on the channel, you can put exclamation point commands in the chat, and that will just tell you all the ones that are available. I updated it yesterday. So there it is. There's also on my profile page is a panel that says the commands that I keep updated. It is just exclamation point commands or command. I forget. There it is. Yeah, there's a few. And then on my profile page, there's an explanation for the exclamations that tells you what they do. Okay, last couple things. Those potatoes are good. These are still good. Oh no, we got some smoke going. All right, I'm going to turn these potatoes off and just leave them in the pan now because they're cooked. They don't need to go. They don't need to be cooked anymore. I'll just leave them in the pan because I'll throw them in from there. Okay, so herbs in this quiche are going to be some thyme and green onion. I have parsley here. I have rosemary here as well, and I think rosemary would be good. But I have to be open about the fact that I'm not interested in just like futzing with rosemary right now. Pinky, those points are the Streamlabs points. So I don't actually know what happens with those. I don't know what the Streamlabs points, like what I could do with those. I haven't really gotten into those yet. I just know that points is an active thing. It is nice to say it out loud. And I understand, like, for sure, Lindsay, that you have those moments where you like can't do the thing. You just use them for gambling. Yeah. Someone in chat the other day, was it you, Pinky, who was asking about them? And I turned that on. Like I went back and was like, oh yeah, this is just this thing that I didn't know was available. Trying to remember who was. There was someone who specifically was like, please turn these on. if you were within the sound of my voice and want to volunteer that it was you, that'd be cool. Um, but yeah, Lynn, I think that there's definitely a level of it was me. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. What about raffles? Tell me about raffles. Tell me about raffles. I want to like I would be interested in doing more things like that. I think I haven't done um oh, like through Streamlabs you can do that. Okay. I am interested in doing that. I would be very interested in giving things away to people. Y'all want a bunch of kitchen equipment I don't use? There's a 30-second ad starting momentarily. So if you're not a subscriber or Twitch Turbo member, you are going to see that. It's targeted. Hopefully, it's for something super cool, and not like life insurance. Um, sorry to the insurance agents in the room. Anyway, um, but you would have to enter them unless you have a mod that can do it. Okay, so I would have to enter the points. Could I set that up ahead of time and it would run on its own? I would imagine so, right? Um, I feel like that's a thing I'll look into because that's easy to figure. Like that should be easy to figure out. Here's how I'm sort of operating on what is important or what comes next for my stream setup. Is these conversations, honestly, because uh, Kambara, Kambara, a couple weeks ago was like, post the thing in the Discord. Please post it in Discord. We were like, I would like to have a Discord presence. Um, so I was like, okay, I'll look into that. So I set that up. So now it's like available. Um, but the like stuff like channel points, I'm sort of adding when I am interested in when I think of something. Um, when I'm not, I don't have anything that's like super high up on my list. I'm like kind of building out as people are interested in things. So, fellas, I was born in the middle of February, 6 months after the fact. Oh yeah, birthday, a summer celebration. I love that. I was asking because we in this house have some birthday traditions, and it is Calvin's birthday tomorrow. So I've had some of those things in mind. Um, that's cool. Snowed in far too many times. Yeah, I bet. February is when the snow comes for sure. Okay. Um, herbs and then green onions and then some cheese, and I'll be ready to assemble some quiche. And while the quiche bakes, we'll throw some pesto together, and then the quiche should be done. And that's done. And then, hopefully, Lynn, you got a pizza ad. Okay, that's fun. When the ads play, does it pull the stream over top of the chat for you? I know I think that that's the current experience. Hard to watch ads on my own channel, so I'm not really sure how it goes. Um, I'm watching that I don't cut my fingers off here. This is, I have to say, I do like this big knife. Y'all gave me some feedback yesterday around the small knife. Not feedback. Like in my daughter's stream, I'll ask them to run a raffle, and the mod or my daughter will start it. How many points the raffle is for, and how long you have to enter the raffle. And tap which I join when the raffle and Streamlabs will post the winner. Okay. So it is more like immediately interactive. Got it. Yeah, that would be a thing that I would either have to like pause and do or have someone help with for sure. For sure. I was yeah, I'm thinking about stuff like that though. Like, things that people are interested in doing who are here chatting regularly. Like, I am very happy to put effort into. Um, jeez. Whoa, where'd we go? I bumped my mouse and everything went black. There it is. Okay. Um, I think I have some cheese in here. Yeah. Oh, thank gosh. This is just regular cheddar. I was so worried that I had like weird cheddar. Uh, Not weird. Like I was, I was, I was concerned that I would have cheddar that was like horseradish cheddar, something like that. Whoa, fancy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I could see where the raffle, like, I could see that this seems interesting. I was talking earlier about never really redeeming channel points on people's channels. I've definitely never done the like gamble or this. This is like uh, a full blown mystery to me still. Um, Constant duel. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I turned a bunch of stuff on. So if you're like super familiar with these, there may be some stuff that's not on. Um, I saw one in the Streamlabs points thing that was like an adventure thing that seemed really fascinating. Okay, that's about enough cheese. That's like for um this particular quiche. I'm going to do the the ratio. The ratio for this one is essentially like 6 eggs and then 2 cups of stuff. Um, that's like the basic quiche ratio. So I want like 4 cups of filler and about 6 eggs per quiche. Um, I'm almost there. I'm so close to actually popping quiche in the oven. God, I love cheese. It's so good. Okay. Um, Pause. Quiche. Eggs out. Roll and bake the crust. Potatoes, cut, boil, pan fry. Done. Corn. Done. Peas. Nope, not yet. I want to put the peas in with the corn. So just a little bit of peas. Um, Lindsay, I cannot help you. I would defer to my friend Pinky here on how all of this works. And Pinky, I do not doubt that that is probably true. Because again, uh, did not did not fully comprehend. I will fix it later. Um, the adventure thing seems really fascinating. I love that you could like write your own thing. Um, which really like appealed to me. I thought that seems so cool. Okay. Um, that's so funny. That whatever that is the default variable. I didn't change any of the cooldown stuff, which gets me in trouble sometimes. For like the other day when we were talking about clips and someone said clip and it kept posting the message. I will absolutely take a look at that. And I do in Discord, I've started there's a channel in Discord called like stream updates or release notes. I think it's called release notes. Peas done, cheddar done, herbs done, eggs done. Okay, cool. Everything's done. I need to egg wash the inside of these, and then put all this stuff together to fill. And I was saying I started doing in a Discord release notes channel that just says like everything that I've done to tweak the stream. So like the other day, the timeout stuff came up for some of the commands. It's like I changed that and put that in the release notes. And I changed it. There's a 30-second ad starting momentarily about all of the 30-second ad starting momentarily. But in the release notes, I put all that stuff. Yes, Pinky, thank you. And I appreciate articles. Share what you got. I'm happy to receive it. I'm going to get all of the mix-ins together now in a bowl. These potatoes look great. This pan is still extremely hot. Too hot to handle with a single ply paper